Desire is often misunderstood both in secular psychology and in Christian theology. It's been labeled as lust, greed, or selfishness. But at its root, desire is simply this: a deep inner longing, a reaching toward what one perceives as good. Etymology tells a deeper story. The word desire comes from the Latin desiderare, meaning to long for, but literally from the stars. De is from, and sidra is stars or heavenly bodies. Desire, then, was once understood as a longing for something celestial, divine, even destined, not carnal, not corrupt, but cosmically crafted. Scripture presents desire as morally neutral. Its holiness depends on its direction. In Genesis 3:6, Eve desired the fruit. This was a distorted desire. In Psalm 19:10, it says, God's laws are more to be desired than gold, a sanctified desire. Luke 22:15, Jesus said, with desire, I have desired to eat this Passover with you. Again, a divine desire. Galatians 5:17, the flesh has desires against the spirit. The spirit also has desires. Desire isn't the problem. Unexamined or unsubmitted desire is. Let's go to Psalm 37:4. Delight yourself in the Lord, and He will give you the desires of your heart. Now, most people read that like a spiritual vending machine. Be good, get rewarded. But that's a transactional mindset, and God is not a vending machine. Let's look again. In Hebrew, that word forgive, natan, also means to set, to place, to appoint. So this verse isn't saying, delight in God and He'll grant your wish list. It's saying, delight in God and He will form your desires from within. Now here's the shift. Scripture teaches that when we live in alignment with God, our desires begin to transform. Philippians 2:13 says, for it is God who works in you, both to will and to act according to His good purpose. That word to will is the Greek thelo, to desire, to long, to intend, which means when you're walking in step with the Spirit, your desires are not just permitted, they are inspired. God isn't just working through your actions, He's working in your wanting. So when you truly begin to delight yourself in the Lord, when your joy is in His presence, when your mind is set on His ways, He doesn't just give you what you want, He reshapes what you want. He starts placing a new desire in you, holy desires, heaven-birthed longings, Spirit-authored dreams, and suddenly you're not chasing cravings, you're answering a calling. You're not begging God to give you what you want. You're becoming someone who wants what He gives. That's the shift. That's what makes this transformational, not transactional. Because here's the truth. If God gave you everything you asked for before you were formed, you'd destroy yourself with blessings you weren't built to carry yet. So So instead, he does what a good gardener does. He plants a seed, and then he says, "Walk with me, delight in me, let me grow this thing in you, and in time it will bloom." Desire was never the enemy. Desire was always a memory, a buried echo of Eden, a whisper of your assignment. It is not to be silenced. It is to be sanctified. Desire isn't something you manufacture. It's something you remember. It is not the invention of your ego. It is the imprint of your origin, a trace of something eternal, etched into the soft clay of your humanity before breath ever entered your lungs. It's not a hunger to be ashamed of. It's a signal, a homing beacon, a divine compass that doesn't point north but points home. And like all sacred signals, it must be discerned, not blindly followed. It must be sanctified, not silenced, because desire in its raw form is fire, and fire can warm or destroy. But when your desire has been purified through presence, when you've let it sit under the gaze of the Holy One, when you've let Him separate the sacred ache from the selfish impulse, when you've wept over it, wrestled with it, laid it down, and watched it rise again, that's when it becomes safe to steward. That's when God begins to breathe on it, not because you earned it, but because now you can carry it. And when the time is full, when the vessel has been shaped to hold the oil, He brings it to pass, not as a reward, but as a reunion, a reuniting of your now with what He always knew. Be loved and be loved, beloved.